this is Samidha Hegde. I'm interning with LEXIS and Company. I'm a third year law student studying in Ramaya College of Law, Bangalore, and today I'm going to be discussing about Karnataka Shops and Establishment Act 1961. So the Karnataka Shops and Establishment Act 1961 is one of the state level laws which is enforced by the Department of Labor. This act is valid all over the state of Karnataka and from the date notified by the state government. This act provides for regulations and guidelines for work and employment of shops and other commercial establishments inside the state of Karnataka. So, what comes under this term commercial establishments? So, what are the types of organizations or establishments that are included in this commercial establishment? So it includes any kind of commercial establishments. For example, it could be trading, it could be banking, even including insurance companies, or any establishment or administrative services. It also includes like office, office work, hotel, restaurant, boarding, cafes, and other refreshment places. It and also it includes places like theater or any other public amusement parks and all those other establishments for entertainment. And also the state government can declare a specific space as a commercial establishment under this act if state thinks fit that a certain establishment should fall under this act, then they can declare it to be so. Now we've seen what commercial establishment under the act means. So what does shop include? So shop means any premise or location where the business or trade is carried on, where service is provided to the consumers. It includes places like offices, storerooms, godowns, warehouses, etc. It can be on the same premise or it could be in a different place. But remember that this does not include those shops which are attached to factories, because shops which are attached to factories usually fall under the Factories Act 1948. So now we've seen what businesses actually come under this act. So or organized establishments come under this act. Now we'll see what are those establishments which does not come under this act. So which are exempted from this act. So places like offices of central and state government government or even local authorities, and postal, railway, telephone services, water services, transport services, and office of banking companies, railways, and also places like old age homes or places like asylums, or wherever people who are sick are treated, or people who are mentally unfit are undergoing treatment of some sort. Even those places do not come under are exempted from this act. Again, it also includes establishment of food corporation and banking. I think I mentioned banking, and it also does not include offices of legal and medical practitioners who have 3 persons or less than 3 persons employed in that establishment. And also it does not include those shops for shops of pharmacies basically, or medicine shops which are mainly for the purposes of medicines and surgical appliances. And even a person who is directly engaged as a clerk, who is responsible for dispatch of goods, even they are not included under this act and are exempted from this. So now we've seen what places come under and do not come under this act. Now let's understand, so what are the features of this act? So what is the purpose of this act? What are the main provisions of this act? So everything with regards to registration of the establishments that come under this act happen through this act. For example, issuing of registration certificate, renewal of registration certificate, or even if you want to make any changes to the existing registration certificate, or even including issuing duplicate certificates of registration. And other than registration, it includes annual returns filing and exemption or holidays, like holidays for the workers who are working. So relief holidays, weekly holidays, and also exemption for women working in night shifts. So all these, so regarding all these provisions, the Act mentions or have provisions for all of that. So now we've seen what are the features of the Act and what places come under this Act. So as an owner of the establishment, what are your duties? So you have the duty to register the establishment, of course. Then you have to, in accordance with the provisions of the Act, you have to specify the weekly holidays for the establishment and fix hours of working hours for your workers, and employment, and also ensure that employment and regulation and other regulations are in conformity with this Act, and also managing of records, like accounts and stuff. So all these are duties of the owner. So, so how do you actually register an establishment under this Act? So you can do this online. Now even online facility is available. So if you want to register a new establishment, then you will have to do it within 30 days from the commencement of the business. However, if you are an existing organization, then you can do it from the date after which the Act has come into force. And the registration certificate that you get is valid for 5 years, and it has to be renewed every 5 years. And the business owner should display the registration certificate in such a way that everyone who visits the establishment can actually see it, and it has to be present in the office premises. And if you want to change any information in the registration certificate, then you have to notify it to the registration authority. And if you happen to close a business establishment, like if you're shutting down your business, in that case you will have to submit your registration certificate that you earlier received. You will have to submit it to the authority. So we understood how to register an establishment. So what kind of documents will you need to register? You will need some sort of address proof, like government issued identities like Aadhaar card. It could be driver's license, PAN card, or something of that sort. And then you will need incorporation certificate or MOA if you are a private limited company. Then you will also need a self-attested letter from the owner, and then you will need a payment of receipt or challan, and a registration which is signed by the owner. So these are the requirements that documents that you will be required for registration of your establishment. So that's basically so that is a basic things that you need to know about Karnataka Shops and Establishment Act. I hope you understood today's video, and I've also made other videos. Please do check them out, and don't forget to like, share and subscribe to the channel, and press the notification button for more updates. Thank you.